the time of the Khrushchev, so the period from the mid-1950s to the mid-1960s, when repression and censorship in the USSR were weakened due to Nikita Sergeyevich Khrushchev's policy of the de-Stalinization and peaceful coexistence with other peoples. The term was signed after Ilya Ehrenburg's 1954 novel, so sensational for its time.
After the death of Iosif Stalin and the first secretary of the Communist Party, Khrushchev attempted to change political life. In relation to this period in modern historical science, the phrase Khrushchev thaw is often used. This means the weakening of the political regime. In the 15th, the construction of a number of large industrial enterprises began in Kazakhstan. In total, almost 700 new enterprises were built in the 15th. This led to some increase in labor productivity. At the September 1953 plenum of the Central Committee of the CPSU, for the first time, the question of easing economic and political pressure was raised. Realizing that the pressure on the village couldn't longer continue, Khrushchev began to weaken the state tax and improve agricultural sector. A number of measures were taken to redistribute national income in favor of the countryside. Tax policy was changed, prices were raised. Already on the first stage in agrarian polity, there was a noticeable increase in agricultural production.
All this gave rise to the presumptive slogan "Catch up and overtake America," aimed at the rapid growth of agriculture production. However, the predominance of non-economic administrative methods of managing the economy led to a serious economic and social crisis in the late 1950s and early 1960s. A series of ill-conceived reforms in the field of economic management led to a new increase in food problem and explosion of popular discontent. Despite the difficult social and economic situation, in 1959, a 7-year plan was adopted, according to which the Soviet Union was to come out on top in the world in terms of production by 1965. It was announced that the construction of socialism in the country had been completed and the long-awaited communism would become in early 1980s. In 1961, Kunaev became the leader of Kazakhstan, who had previously worked as a chairman of the Council of Ministers of the Republic and had been invariably in charge of Kazakhstan for a quarter of a century. In 1962, Khrushchev proposed a party reform that changed the structure of the party and divided it into two organizations, industrial and agriculture. The role of party was reduced only to managing the economy, which caused dissatisfaction with the top of party and regional functionaries. In an atmosphere of secrecy, a cup of dictate was prepared, and in 1964, Khrushchev was removed from power. Brezhnev became the first secretary of Central Committee. Kosygin became the lead of government.
So the policy of the Khrushchev, though was superficial, did not affect the foundation of the totalitarian system. The dominant one-party system was preserved with the application of the ideas of Marxism-Leninism. Nikita Sergeyevich Khrushchev was not going to carry out complete Stalinization because it meant recognition of his own times. In the science, it did not work out completely to the non-Stalin style. The Khrushchev transformation
Франции и Великобритании, во многом благодаря встрече Хрущева с главами их правительств в 1955 году. Однако Однако всеобщая дестализация СССР серьезно ухудшила отношения с Китаем, лидеры которого определили происходящее в Советском Союзе как ревизионизм.